Greenleaf Technologies introduced the first turbo drop in 1995, and it was a modular design, actually designed primarily for drift control, penetration, and coverage into dense canopies, with products that needed better coverage, more complete coverage on the leaf surface as opposed to something like a Roundup. Again, the design is modular. It's a two-piece design. And like any other air induction nozzle, you have an orifice to meter the flow in the back of the nozzle, and then a pattern orifice to generate a spray pattern. 3 years later, the nozzle evolved into the medium pressure turbo drop TDXL, which is a two-piece, two-color design, which again comes apart by hand, easy to clean, take apart by hand with gloves, and just like any other air induction nozzle, it's a pre-orifice and a venturi in one component, and a pattern orifice, a flat fan pattern, in the other orifice. And that's why it's two-color, because you can actually use this device by itself. It's just like running an extended range flat fan nozzle. And when you combine the two, now you have an air-injected or a venturi-style flat fan. With any air-injected nozzle, the flow is metered here, so this is your flow rate. What we call the turbo drop venturi, in this case, is an 04. It's red because it's an 04. The pattern tip is twice the size, so it's an 08, a 110-08. If you use that by itself, it's just a conventional 110-08. When you combine the two, now you have an air-injected 110-04. And that's true of the turbo drop design, and that's true of any air injection nozzle. You have to have a larger exit orifice than the pre-orifice to create the pressure drop that sucks the air in, blends the air with the spray solution to give you a larger air-filled droplet. And what that does is it expands your pressure range, so you can operate across a wider range of pressure, give you drift control, but also as you go up in pressure, it creates a higher velocity droplet to penetrate the canopy and give you better canopy penetration and coverage down deep into the canopy. Unlike a lot of air induction nozzles, it was not designed initially for just drift control with things like Roundup. That's probably why air induction nozzles caught on in the late 90s, is because Roundup was becoming such a big deal. Roundup Ready crops were very popular, but people were worried about drift and drifting onto susceptible crops or gardens or off-target movement. And so air induction was a good solution for that. But now there's been a kind of a swing back the other way, where people want to also maximize their coverage. You don't want to sacrifice coverage just to get drift control. So the turbo drop kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It's more of a medium coarse droplet depending on the pressure. So you can use it at the low pressure side for things like glyphosate or Roundup that need good drift control. You can bring the pressure up where you need more gallons, and more of a medium droplet for contact herbicides, fungicides, insecticides. So it's got a lot of versatility that way.